Have you heard of soap fondant before?
No. Well, in this video, not only am I going to make it, I'm going to use it, and I'm also going to give you a recipe. Don't move a muscle. Grab some wine and keep watching. Hello and good day, good night, good evening, good morning. My name is Natasha and we're going to be exploring soap dough. So let's start out with what soap dough is. So soap dough or soap clay is basically soap batter that has gone through its saponification process. So it went through its chemical process to become soap. However, because of the way it was stored, it could not cure all the way because it was denied the ability to be exposed to air or the ability to evaporate all of its water content inside of it. Your soap bar has water content in it and it becomes harder as the water evaporates out of the soap. So if you deny that process to a certain extent, it still becomes soap, but then it becomes like a clay type of consistency, like Play-Doh, you know what I mean? And you can use this to manipulate and mold into different things for your soap. So if you decide that you want to make a Valentine's Day soap and you want some hearts and you have a mold
Or even a cookie cutter.
you can squish it in a heart mold and put it on your soap, and you have like a nice little 3D effect on your soap with hearts on it. Or flowers, you can put flowers, leaves, feet, I don't know, feet. If you're doing a baby shower and you want to put little babies or rattles on your soap, you can use the soap dough to create a 3D effect for your soap. If you know your customer likes hammers or tools, you can put wrenches and hammers in soap dough. Elephants or kitty cats. If you like kitties, you can put some kitty cats on top of the soap, in the soap, around the soap.
I mean, if you want to do a clay of Michael B. Jordan and decide I'm going to put this on soap and bathe with it, well, you know, that's kind of personal and a little weird. But if you want to bathe with Michael B. Jordan and you want to put his likeness on a soap, you can do it with soap clay.
There's so many different ways that you can create
using soap and dough or clay form.
You can keep soap clay for a long period of time depending on how you store it, because once air gets to it, it starts to get hard. So you want to actually make sure you store it in a way where it doesn't get access to air.
Soap dough or soap clay is very, very similar to how fondant is with cake. You can mold it, you can put it in different shapes and make different patterns with it, but once air gets to it, it gets hard.
So in the beginning of this video, I took my soap batter and blended it to about a medium trace and poured all my soap batter into Ziploc bags, and I tried to suck out or push out as much air as possible from the bags itself. Now you can use molds instead of Ziploc bags. It's a similar process. Just make sure that you cover it really well, maybe with saran wrap or within an airtight container to make sure that no air gets to it. I would say every 2 days I would take them out the bags and I would knead them till they're soft, because it's going to be kind of hard at first. Not really hard, but you know, it's going to be a bit tough. And then you knead it, and the more you knead it, like, you know, if you're kneading bread or you're kneading dough for bread, it'll get soft. So I would knead it every 2 days or so and then wrap it right back up and put it back in your bag, because you want it to the point where when you're ready to use it, you could just pop it out the bag and go. I kneaded mine every 2 days for about 3 days. And then I stored it away, and then when I was ready to use it, it was the consistency that I needed to use to make my soaps.
So if you're trying to make soap dough or soap clay and you take it out the wrapper or the mold and you notice that it's crumbly,
what I would suggest you do is
wrap it back up in your saran wrap or cover it. Give it another 1 or 2 days to go through its process. Unwrap it and then knead it together. Wrap it again.
It should give you that consistency that you're looking for
if you give it a little bit more time to cure. Sometimes the mica we use, the fragrance we use,
the butters or the oils we use will cause the soap clay to need more time to cure. But I would just knead it and wrap it. Make sure you wrap it airtight and check on it every day or so. As you can see, it's not sticky, it's pliable, it has that Play-Doh consistency, and that's exactly what I need it to be. So guys, here I wanted to show you one of the soaps I did. I do have a video coming out for this, but look at how the leaves and the grapes look. This looks edible. Don't it look edible? I'm about to go to my fridge right now and get me some grapes. This is all soap dough. The top of this soap, the grapes, the leaves, that's all soap dough, guys. Shout out to you if you made it this far in my video. Thank you so much. So what I wanted to tell you is if you make soap and you have your own soap recipe, you can use your own recipe first to make soap dough. And then as you go along, tweak it to get it to how you want. Wow, look how detailed that look. It looks so nice. It's not sticky. It's allowing me to remove it. It is soft.
And can you believe it's actually soap?
After a period of time, it's going to get hard. So if you're going to attach it to something, you know, you probably want to do it within a certain time frame. So guys, I'm giving you a recipe that you can possibly use for soap dough. If you are making soap and you have leftover batter, you can pour that in a mold or a Ziploc bag and seal it, and that would probably work just as good.
Here I'm showing you how I use soap dough in different ways. As you can see, I've made some grapes, I made some leaves, I have some elephants here, and I have a koi fish, but unfortunately this one looked like he'd been through something. So I decided not to use him. He's a little bit too graphic, like he'd been through life.
He's a little battered, just a little battered.
Yeah, some hardships. So I decided to go with the other one. I'm also showing you how I'm using soap dough as a glue. So you can also use your soap dough to help glue your embeds onto your soap.
Just add a little water to help make it into a glue. So let's briefly recap what soap dough is and its uses. Soap dough is basically the fondant in soap making. I mean, that's like the most condensed way I can actually explain it to you. If you understand how fondant works with cake, you understand how soap dough works with soap making. Now, I've only touched the surface to its possibilities. There's so many other ways you can use soap dough. Most of the ways that I've used soap dough in this video are external, so it's on the top of the soap, in front of the soap, but there's ways that you can use soap dough inside the soap. I mean, you can create terrains and mountains and figurines. There's so much things you can do with soap dough. If you decide that you want to make soap dough, again, I would suggest that you use your own recipe. If you're making soap and you have leftover soap, you can test it out by putting it in a mold or a Ziploc and covering it. Wait a day or so, then unwrap it, knead it, and then wrap it tight, airtight again, wait another day, and then open it and knead it again. But the possibilities are endless. I mean, your mind, like the sky's the limit. The universe is the limit when it comes to making soap dough. I have been able to create some really unique designs with soap. The
possibilities are endless. You can make them ahead of time and store them for later use. If you yourself have used soap dough in the past, or if you have started using soap dough or making soap dough, let me know in the comments below how it turned out, what you put it on. I mean, you guys can send me pictures of your creations too. I'm saying my email's in the description box, guys. Definitely send me your pictures because I love talking with you guys and conversing. Who I think I am conversing?
I think I'm cute with all this classical music I'm playing in the background.
I really hope you loved this video. I gave you guys a whole lot of information. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section below. If you want to see how I put soap dough to use, check out this video right here. Protect your energy, and I'll see you in the next one.